It's CCSD Today, your insider's guide to the Charleston County School District. This week, we get an inside look at the Charleston Educators Symposium. Hear Dr. Jarita Postlewaite's keynote speech. And go behind the scenes with Anita Huggins. CCSD Today starts right now.
Hello everyone and welcome to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Everett German. Well, school is out for the summer for the students, but not for the teachers and the administrators for the Charleston County School District. Earlier this summer, they had a chance to sit in on the 2016 Charleston Educator Symposium, and they allowed CCSD Today to kind of take a behind-the-scenes look at all of the fun and activities that took place over that 3-day event. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the 2016 Charleston Educator Symposium. You're watching CCSD Today.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We're convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick.
And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year. But that won't be me. Or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Cruise Subaru of Charleston. You've got a friend in the car business.
The Charleston Educator Symposium is a 3-day professional learning opportunity for all principals, assistant principals, for teams of teachers from every school, and for school-based leaders as well as central-based leaders. The 3-day event gives us the opportunity to come together, to collaborate, to learn from local and national experts about best practice in education. So the Charleston Educator Symposium gives attendees the opportunity to attend multiple sessions over the 3 days. Attendees can either go to concurrent sessions or follow up with keynote speakers after the morning's keynote. In addition to that, participants can take part in panels led by both business leaders and educators to talk collaboratively about what we're doing in education to serve teachers, students, and the community at large. There are multiple people and groups of folks who come together to make this event possible. It wouldn't be possible without the generous contributions of businesses who contribute to our annual and Evening with the Stars Gala. That event honors great teachers, brings the community together to celebrate public education, and helps to raise funds for this 3-day event. The Charleston Educator Symposium gives educators the opportunity to continually learn, to continually reflect, and to continue to refine their practice to meet the needs of students. And this opportunity affords about 700 of us the ability to come together to think collaboratively and collectively about how we serve students in order to plan forward for the new year.
I did not choose teaching so much as I think teaching chose me. I love it. I don't consider it so much a job as I do a passion. One of the most important things is getting to know the kids so I can be a better teacher and I can help them feel successful and I can help them feel confident in just being who they are, accepting who they are, accepting and celebrating their differences. It's been an amazing environment, a great community. I couldn't be more proud representing Charleston County.
Kids learn it at their own pace, to remediate on their own, see their own results, celebrate their successes right there.
I think it's easier for me to do things like online, like it captures my attention better than like doing it in books.
It's just made it easy. It is. It's made it easy, and the kids like it.
There are a lot of pictures. Sometimes it can be really funny, and some stories are make-believe.
I would never have believed that we would be a school that would be fully, implementing technology in every classroom. So we did it, and it's due to McGraw-Hill.
Teaching is the hardest job in the world, and sometimes it's the most thankless. We're here today to celebrate teaching and teachers, and to thank you for your year of service, and to welcome a new school year. We want to start the new school year the way we started this school year, with an understanding of those things that unite us. We started the school year after a tragic summer in Charleston with the idea that we are united, we are one. And we talked about those things that bring us together. So today I'd like to revisit that vision. When we started the year, we said, we want South Carolina's children to know what courage is. We want them to know what is noble and what is base. We want them to know what deserves to be loved, what deserves to be defended. We want them to know the difference between ambition and greed, loyalty and servitude, liberty and license. We want them to know how mountains are made, and that for almost every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. We want them to know who said, I am the state, and who said, I have a dream. We want them to know where the Amazon flows and what the First Amendment means, about the Donner Party and slavery and Shylock and Hercules and Abigail Adams. We want them to know where Ethiopia is and why there was a Berlin Wall. We want them to know how a poem works, how a plant works, and how if wishes were horses, beggars would ride means. We want them to know the place of the Milky Way and the miracle of DNA in the unfolding of the universe. We want them to know about the Convention of 1787, but we also want them to know about the conventions of good behavior. We want them to know what the Sistine Chapel looks like, what good music sounds like, and what it takes to be emotionally fit and physically happy, or emotionally happy and physically fit. You can't let your mind wander for even a moment, you know? When all is said and done, we want our schools to contribute to the American dream of equity and justice and human dignity. But that doesn't happen because we stand and deliver information to kids all day long. It doesn't happen because we try to prepare for end of the year or end of course tests. It happens when you build deep and abiding relationships with children, when they know how much you love them, when they know you believe they are somebody and they can be somebody. For giving children all of that, we thank you. We're united through our service. Our service to children is what brings us together and holds us together. If you'll forgive the analogy, in my faith, Jesus said, if you love me, feed my lambs. If you love me, feed my lambs. Take care of my children. As Jonathan Kozol points out, Jesus didn't say, if you love me, weigh my lambs. If you love me, test my lambs. If you love me, place my lambs on an accountability system. Jesus said, if you love me, serve my lambs. That call to service to children is what brings all of us together. The Bengali poet Agor expressed it this way: I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I woke and saw that life is service. I acted, and behold, service is joy. It's the joy of serving children that brings all of us together. You've had a wonderful year, a most remarkable year, given many of the challenges that we've had. And we want to thank you for what you've done. We really appreciate all the mornings that you came to school very early, the weekends, the night work, the times you'll work throughout the summer, the times you were involved in interpersonal frustrations and difficulties at work, but managed to put children first. We really appreciate that, and we hope that this coming year we'll be able to focus more intently on these 4 areas: building a culture for learning, really focusing on what it means to teach students, to help students own their learning, to believe in themselves, to set goals and understand when they're achieving them, and through that to help them accelerate the rate at which they're moving, reaching their growth goals and moving onward. And finally, increasing their engagement and their excitement about learning. We're united in our gratitude. First of all, our gratitude to the Board of Education. Theirs is a thankless job. They do far more than is represented in the media. Several of them stopped by for a breakfast recently where most principals were present, and I was so proud of the time that principals took to thank our board members for the service that they provide. They don't always agree, but no 9 people will always agree. We can't get 9 people in our family to agree on when to have Thanksgiving lunch. It's hard to get 9 people to agree. So they have huge disagreements, and they have some very different philosophical viewpoints. But they come together. They all care about serving kids. They are good leaders. They're meeting all day this Monday to try to set some student achievement results tangibly that they would like to see this coming year so that we can show we've made progress in the things that are important to us, not just in the end-of-year assessments for kids, but the extent to which kids care and are participating in extracurricular activities and are hopeful and happy and glad to be in school and who look forward to coming to school and learning. The second group I want to thank this morning is Anita Huggins and the 51 volunteers who helped put CES together. So they do an amazing job. That Anita Huggins does a job like no other. She has a personality so large that it's just infectious to be around her. She's a joy to watch on stage. We've already talked about the teachers. We want to thank all of you, the principals, and everybody else in the district, at the district staff, and driving buses, serving food. All of us serve those of you who do this work. We greatly, greatly appreciate what you do. As we move forward thinking about next year, we have lots of great choices to make. And those choices that we make, the decisions we make, really, as Alan Glathorn would remind us, depend on how we answer some critical questions about our profession. I'm going to close with those critical questions and what I think the answers might be. Who is a student? A child of God, not a tool of the state. Who is a teacher? A guide, not a guard. Who's a principal? A master of teaching, not a master of teachers. What is learning? It's a lifelong journey, not a bubble in the answer destination. What is discovery? Well, it's answering the questions and then turning right around and questioning the answers. What is the process? Being and becoming, not remembering and reciting. What is the goal? Opened minds, not closed issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is a school? A school is whatever together we choose to make it. Thank you very much for all that you do.
Kiowa Cares represents a really unique way and an organized way for folks who live here on Kiowa to connect, partner, and help those who live in our neighborhood, which includes Johns and Wobbly Island.
And the idea was that many, many people who live on Kiowa very generously work as individuals in the community. But we felt as a community association, we needed to do more in a unified way to be good neighbors. And out of that came the idea of Kiowa Cares.
They brought volunteers, but most of all, they brought love. They showed love and they said, we want to be a good neighbor, and they have been a good neighbor to me and to this community.
Kiowa Cares quickly jumped on board and was really excited about the idea of supporting the local farmers and supporting the Johns Island community as well.
We're excited about the partnership, and we are in constant communication, updating them on things that we are working on, areas where I continue to see improvement, I share with them. And so it's like we are in tune, working together, one common goal, and it's all beginning to come together.
What it means to me to be a part of Kiowa Cares is I'm able to do things I wouldn't normally have done on my own. I get the sense of community when I work with them.
We're trying to put good people in touch with organizations that could use their help.
What we have going on today is the Educator Symposium. It's a great opportunity for professional development to get to share ideas and take ideas back to your school. Just awesome opportunity every year that we look forward to. The thing I like about the symposium is the fact that most of the times when you go to professional development sessions, they're pretty dry. When you come here, it's very energetic based on the fact that Anita and Lori put a lot of energy into it. It involves all aspects of our educational community to include the schools, and it involves the community and also our kids. So that makes it even more interesting and more positive.
Well, the Educator Symposium every year is a very exciting event for all the educators of our district to learn new updates in education and different techniques of teaching the children, on new leadership skills for administrators. And above all, it's just to motivate you to continue growing.
What we're doing is our school was picked to be a personalized learning school, and personalized learning is when a student could do work on their own and they need a little bit of the teacher's help, and they use collaboration with other students. Today we are going to be going to 2 different sessions, and I will be reading a book about how if a student gets personalized learning, and then the other session we will be talking about our data notebooks. I feel excited because we can turn the tables on them. We can teach and they can learn.
So I'm here at the Charleston Educator Symposium, and this is a really exciting opportunity for teachers to network with each other, with administrators, and to also experience some really amazing sessions. I have already attended a keynote and some other sessions that have been really enlightening to me, and have shared some ideas that I wouldn't be able to share if I didn't have this opportunity to attend. I'm presenting for the first time this year at this symposium, and I'm looking forward to sharing my ideas and gaining other ideas from other people as well.
I think the timing is perfect, because if we would have waited any longer, we all would have been engrossed in all of those things we're trying to do to get prepared for the next school year. But right now it's perfect. We just finished the school week on last week, so coming in right now to get some great ideas before we plan is what is very valuable about the symposium, because right now we're going into our master schedules, thinking about PBIS and all these different things, and all these sessions that we're attending give us some ideas before we go into the actual process of planning and carrying out those tasks.
Being able to participate in the Charleston Educator Symposium is really a wonderful opportunity to network with other teachers from other schools that we wouldn't normally get to see even during a regular school year. And bringing in some of the best teachers in the district all together in one place, and being able to share ideas and network together and share contact information and continue the conversations has been really, really helpful for my teaching and just for my professional growth.
This symposium is really going well. It is great not only to learn about new things, but also to network with other colleagues and the new people that come to this symposium. And I mean, everything is wonderful, and the Department of Teacher Effectiveness with Anita Huggins, she does an awesome job with her team.
I've been really grateful to CCSD for putting on an event like this. This is unique to our school district. You don't see too many that actually go through the effort to put something like this together. It takes so much time, energy, finances, and go-getting throughout the school year, and the folks that do this are just awesome people. So it's been wonderful to have them do this, and I hope that it continues.
Some problems are tough. Reaching your customers shouldn't be. Blue Wave and Comcast have the creative edge to make you stand out from the crowd and connect with your customers. Whether you need a commercial for television, video for your website, or a custom-made website, we are the easy solution for every advertising problem.
And welcome back to CCSD Today. Well, as you can see, 2016 Charleston Educator Symposium is in the books. Looks like it was a good time had by all. So thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.